Good morning. Today we're going to be looking at Isaiah, and I trust that you're going to be very encouraged in this devotional. Let's read from verse 1. It says, "Behold my servant, whom I uphold, my elect, in whom my soul delights. I've put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles." There we can see that the scripture says that judgment will be brought forth to the Gentiles. Now, what would it mean if we say judgment is brought to the Gentiles? And let's forget for a moment what judgment would be to the Gentiles. Just think of judgment. What is this judgment to the Gentiles? What would judgment be that the one that the Lord delights in would bring forth? It says there in verse 2, it says, "He shall not cry nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the streets." Now that is a way where in the Bible said that Jesus Christ would not be a politician. He's not going to bring a conquering victory for the Jews by being this politician wherein he says, well, this is about a certain ethnic group and I'm going to bring victory to them. Then it goes on, it says, "A bruised reed he shall not break, a smoking flax he will not quench. He shall bring forth judgment unto truth." So we can see here that there were the Jewish people, there were the Gentile people, and the Jewish people were the people that were the people of God, but there were the Gentiles. Those people were already having their lives falling apart. They were worshipping idols. They were under the power of these evil demons and lies, I would say. Things that they believe that is not really the truth, that cannot save. They were having horrendous sacrifices that some of them would make, even sacrificing their own children, bringing themselves into poverty for their gods and so forth. They were already bruised. They were already broken. They were already like what you would call a smoking flax. If you think of a candle that is burnt and the flame has been blown out, and then it is just a smoking flax there, there's just no way you can get that to light up again. You can blow it, you can bring some heat to it, unless you bring another fire to it again and light the fire again. It is finished. Now, this victory that he's talking about, or this judgment that is being talked about, is a judgment unto truth, the Old Testament says here, and we're going to look at the translation in the New Testament as well. But it's got to do with somebody that's broken, that's not going to be broken further. Somebody who's lost its fire and its flame, that's going to be helped. That's what it's got to do with. I want us to go and have a look at Matthew. This is Matthew 20, and we're going to look at Matthew quoting this. He says in verse 18, "Behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. I'll put my spirit upon him, and he shall show judgment to the Gentiles." So this judgment now is unto the Gentiles. "He shall not strive nor cry, neither shall any man hear his voice in the streets." That's again a political statement where he's not going to be a politician. He's going to be something more powerful. He's going to bring a new life. He's not there to try and overthrow Rome. He's there to bring judgment to the Gentiles. Now, this is what the judgment is. Matthew 12:20. "A bruised reed shall he not break, a smoking flax shall he not quench, till he send forth judgment unto victory." Now, we see in the Old Testament that victory was translated as truth, but here Matthew translates it as victory. So what he's saying is that the judgment of God is what brings victory to those who are broken and oppressed. The judgment of God is that which brings life to you. The judgment of God is not that which is going to press people down that are already struggling and suffering. So I want to encourage you with this today. If you are struggling with something in your life, if you are feeling you are a broken reed, your life cannot be repaired, you've got areas in your life where things are simply just not going well, you're going through a difficult time, you feel that you've served God in so many ways, made so many sacrifices, you see no breakthrough. That is exactly what these Gentiles would have thought. The Gentiles' lives were a mess, and you feel that you like a person that has lost his flame, lost his life. I've got good news for you. The judgment of God is resting upon you. And the judgment of God towards you is a judgment that would bring victory. How would such a judgment look? It is God judging against that which destroys our lives by saying, I bring an end to death, I bring an end to destruction, and I give my resurrected Son, Jesus, as the one that brings life to you, so that your life is not based on your own works and your own efforts and your circumstances, but that it's based on the one that gives life, Jesus Christ. So I want to say to you, as you go through a very difficult time maybe in your life, I want you to behold Jesus, and I want you to know that his judgment is always a judgment that is unto victory. He judges what is oppressing you, and we would think of a king that brings forth his judgment on a nation that oppresses his people, and that is exactly what this passage is about. It's about King Jesus coming and to bring destruction, to condemnation, guilt, the power of the flesh, the power of destruction in your life, where you can find your identity in his love for you and what is brought forth for you as a person that by your own ability are simply dusty, that cannot bring forth life forth by your own power. So I want to just encourage you, know that Jesus is the one that has come to give you life. Look at him. Look at the glory of God shining in the face of Jesus Christ, seeing the victory that there is in him, and that he offers a life that is ruled by his victory over sin and death. As you simply behold this truth, what you can do practically is say, God, thank you that I can just come to you and know that you, even if I don't have the deepest understanding of all kinds of scripture and those kind of things, I come to you and I just say, thank you that you love on me and that your love saved me. You can just say that. Or you can say, Lord, I know that your love saves me, but I want to thank you that you help me to understand the dimensions of your love so that I can experience your fullness, not just from your Spirit bringing it forth in me, but also with deep understanding. Thank you that I could bless you with this short message in our devotional today. God bless.